One person is dead in a tractor trailer crash on I-84 eastbound in Vernon. I'm Glenn Kittle. We'll bring you the latest details from State Police coming up on Fox 61.
It is Thursday, April 16th. Good morning, and thanks for starting our day off with us here on Fox 61 and Fox 61 Plus. I'm Bridget Piorlo. Another beautiful summer-like day out there yesterday, but we did get some thunderstorms overnight. And as we check in with Rachel Piscatelli, Rachel, those rain showers seem to cool things down a bit temperature-wise.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit comfortable this morning. Temperatures are in the mid-60s this morning, and then towards the afternoon, it's going to be a warm one overall. But Mother Nature may have woke you up last night. I know I was woken up with all these thunderstorms, especially in the eastern side of the state. Lots of lightning tied to them as well. A couple of areas dealing with some storm damage, like in northwestern Connecticut currently with some trees down. But other than that, the storm's relatively behaved. We have drying out skies now, a little bit of fog to deal with. Temperatures slightly warmer than this time yesterday, anywhere from 1 to about 11 degrees warmer. So we're sitting in the 60s for the most part. A bit muggy as well. A touch of humidity out there at 64 right now in Chester, 63 in Norwich, and 63 out the door in Torrington. Planning your day, plan for a very warm one again this afternoon. We have humidity that stays slightly elevated this afternoon in the mid-60s, and then towards the overnight hours it'll start to drop off, and that's tied to a front that's going to come through, and it won't be as warm for tomorrow, but still nice and comfortable. 67 now out the door, heading through the afternoon. By 1 o'clock we're already up around 80, a partly cloudy sky, winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. We'll get up into the mid-80s in the afternoon. There could be a passing shower overnight tonight tied to that front. 87 in Southington today, 87 in Hartford, 78 degrees along the shoreline in New Haven, southeastern Connecticut in the low to mid 70s as well. Up towards the casinos, 79, Killingly at 84. We'll talk about where we go from here, your full 7-day coming up in just a bit. Here at 602 on our roadways, we are following this one crash here. This is what we know now is a deadly crash. This is on 84 eastbound between 66 and 67. Now, it is closed this morning, so you will need to seek an alternative route. Back behind this, if you are not getting off of the interstate, it looks like travel speeds are averaging around 3 miles per hour. So it is a slow go. If you can avoid the area, please do so as they work on clearing this crash. The alternative route for you to take to head east would be Route 30 East. That's going to see some delays too this morning, but much better than this, which is almost standstill traffic at this point. Folks are not moving in the area, so avoid it if you can. Bridget.
All right, Rachel, thanks so much. Let's get back to that breaking news overnight that could have a major impact on your morning drive, especially if you live in Vernon. A deadly crash involving 2 tractor trailers has shut down I-84 East, and an investigation is now underway. Let's check in once again with Fox 61's Glenn Kittle. He is joining us live from near the interstate. I see you're on an overpass there, Glenn, where it's safe. But now that we know this is deadly, this investigation could take a while, and that traffic you see behind you, that could be lingering for quite some time.
Good morning, Bridget. Yeah, the investigation has been ongoing for some time now. We've actually started seeing them start to pull parts of this tractor trailer crash out of the exit 67 corridor where this happened. Now, according to state police, one tractor trailer was parked on the shoulder when another tractor trailer smashed into the first one from behind. And that second tractor trailer was engulfed in flames. Once again, one person dead in this crash, and there has been a significant traffic delay because of it. Here's some video now just to give you a closer look of that crash. You can see state police investigative units on scene there, as well as other crews that are cleaning up the damage from this crash that happened at around 11 o'clock last night. Now take a look at the traffic jam that this has all caused. This is about a mile back near exit 66. Traffic having to get off on that exit and go to an alternate route. We have seen signs posted for that detour for folks to get around this. But if you are taking I-84 eastbound to work this morning, probably just best to stay away from this area or find an alternate route altogether, because the traffic backup is pretty significant here. As Rachel said, those travel speeds down extremely because of this crash. We're still looking to learn more. We know that state police once again are investigating this crash, and they'll continue to bring the latest updates as they brief us. But for right now, live in Vernon, Glenn Kittle, Fox 61.
All right, Glenn, thank you very much, and definitely use an alternate route if you can, if you're heading through Vernon. Thanks, Glenn. 6:04 is your time. New Britain city tax collector has been fired after allegedly mismanaging finances for years. Fox 61's Tim Latow shares what a new report is revealing and the response from city leadership.
The months-long investigation found there were numerous cases of backdating tax payments, as well as poor management of cash, which included leaving hundreds of thousands of dollars unsecured overnight. Mayor Bobby Sanchez says his staff is expanding the investigation after firing the city's revenue collector on tax day. Cheryl Blogoslawski had been on administrative leave for 2 months. Mayor Sanchez says the findings of the investigation point to a breakdown in accountability and oversight, which allowed misconduct for years. The Crombie law firm conducted the external investigation. The firm says the revenue collector's office engaged in a long-standing practice of illegally backdating tax payments. According to the firm, this allowed certain taxpayers to avoid statutory interest. The firm's report states Blogoslawski personally benefited from this. The report also cites multiple times when Blogoslawski left cash unsecured. In one instance, nearly $250,000 was left on top of a safe overnight. The report says the cleaning crew even refused to clean Blogoslawski's office because they didn't want to be involved if any of the money went missing. The investigation says the mayor's office at the time was aware of some of the mismanagement. Sanchez has been mayor since November 2025, and he says some of the wrongdoing dates back to 2015. During that time, former Mayor Erin Stewart was in office. She served as mayor from 2013 to 2025. Former Mayor Stewart responded by saying she at no time ever directed anyone to backdate any payments, and she worked in consultation with the finance department and corporation counsel's office. Stewart went on to call the new information a political witch hunt, trying to discredit her success amid her bid for governor. Earlier Wednesday, Stewart announced her running mate, State Representative Tim Ackert. Stewart says this was an effort to steal her thunder, although it was public knowledge back in February that Blogoslawski was placed on administrative leave during an independent investigation. Mayor Sanchez referred the investigation's findings to the state's attorney's office and says the investigation will expand. It's unclear at this point if any charges will be filed. In New Britain, Tim Latow, Fox 61.
Happening today, Secretary of Education Linda McMahon is expected to speak at Yale University. It's happening tonight at 7. Organizers of the Buckley Institute at Yale say the conversation will be about, quote, the roadmap for restoring American education. The event is free, but a ticket is required. Organizers have yet to announce the exact location of where the speech will happen on campus, possibly to prevent disruptions. There have been demonstrations when conservative speakers have spoken on campus in the past. We're told location details will be sent directly to ticket holders. New this morning, the USS Gerald Ford has surpassed the record for the longest aircraft carrier deployment since the Vietnam War. It spent nearly 295 days at sea. The USS Abraham Lincoln previously held the record of 294 days at sea in 2020 during the COVID pandemic. The Ford began its deployment last June. Its missions included a military raid in Venezuela and the war in Iran. Also new this morning, Pakistan's army chief is meeting with Iranian officials in an effort to schedule a new round of negotiations between the U.S. and Iran. It comes as the U.S. Navy continues its blockade of Iranian ports along the Strait of Hormuz. While there has been no guarantee that negotiations would resume, President Trump appears optimistic about a possible end to the war soon. A senior U.S. official tells Fox News President Trump would welcome an end to Israel's attacks on Lebanon against Iran-backed Hezbollah as part of a broader peace agreement. It comes as senators fail to pass a war powers resolution to end the U.S. attacks on Iran. Hartford police say an apparent pipe bomb was found in an apartment. Officers were called to Willie Street just after 1 p.m. yesterday. Officers say the apartment that the device was found in was recently vacated. The building was evacuated as a precaution. The Hartford Police Bomb Squad responded and safely disabled that device. Police in Waterbury say a man was found dead inside an apartment. This was the scene around 10 yesterday morning on Liberty Street. Officers did not release his name, but say he was 61 years old. And at this time, it's not clear what caused his death, but police are calling it an untimely death investigation. A Westport man is accused of placing an electronic tracking device in his partner's car. Police say Brett Cohen denies that he intentionally installed the device. Investigators say the victim told them it was used to monitor their movements. Cohen has been charged with electronic stalking, and he posted a $50,000 bond. Right now, New Haven police are searching for a suspect after 2 robberies. Officers say both victims were selling cell phones on Facebook Marketplace. They were robbed during the meetup. Police say this is a reminder for buyers and sellers to always keep safety in mind when meeting up with a stranger.
We would certainly encourage anyone who's going to have one of these transactions, go to your local police department. You know, we have our sign here that says offer up, but it's for anything. If something feels off, you know, whatever you're buying, whatever you're selling, is it worth it?
So the police station is the top recommendation for a meetup location, but if you don't want to go there, officers say meeting in a public place during the day is your safest bet. Never invite people you don't know to your home or even to your workplace. State officials say a brush fire at Burb Pond State Park in Torrington burned about 8 acres of land after reports of an explosion. Firefighters from multiple departments responded with smoke seen coming from the wooded area. Crews say the fire was difficult to contain because of the high winds and rocky terrain. Those flames have since been put out. The cause of the explosion remains under investigation this morning. And still ahead on the Fox 61 Morning News at 6, people in Meriden work together to keep the city clean. That includes kids on spring break, how they rolled up their sleeves to help the community. That is next. And which is cheaper, to fly or to drive? It depends who you ask. What some travelers told us about their search for the best deal.